Hey guys, so this is episode 8 of Crown and Compass. Grace is your identity. So today, we're going to anchor our identity in God's truth and walk out our calling in grace. Today, we're taking a hard but freeing look at forgiveness through the eyes of Jesus in the parable of the unforgiving servant. Right? Here's the truth. You can't claim grace and refuse to give it. Not if you truly know what you've received. Because this is the thing about intimacy and awareness and attunement. We have to make sure that we're fully understanding who we are, what we have, and what we do. Making sure that we get out the log in our own eye while we don't worry about the specks of others and things, right? So Jesus tells a servant in Matthew 18:23 through 35, who owed a king an unpayable debt. The king forgives him, but the same servant turns around and chokes another servant who owed him just a few dollars. Even if we look at the psychology of this, we have to understand that he's going to be harder on others because of how hard he was on himself, because he knows what he has to do what he's done, and the debt that he has that he'll never pay. Matthew 18:33 says, "Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?" This parable confronts our hypocrisy and invites us into real freedom, because grace isn't just a gift, it's an identity. Because our identity is not just who we are, it's what we give and what we show. It's our reflection, it's our character, it's our representation, it's a model that we show people, because our identity, sometimes we can ask, sometimes we can put things on and cover up. But God knows your heart. God knows you. He knows everything about you. He weighs everything. And he sees all. So we can't hide something that he won't expose. So we have to realize that we are forgiven much. You were forgiven much. The debt the servant owed was symbolic of our sin, and immeasurable and unpayable. Like we could not ever do anything good enough. It is filthy rags opposed to the value of and the worth of what was done for us, of the price that was paid. And yet the king forgave it completely. The king resembling God, right? You weren't just given mercy, you were immersed in it. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, whenever you go get an ice cream cone and you wanted a chocolate, so dip it, we're immersed. You were literally, that's just on the surface. But no, this is supposed to change you to the core. In and out. It's talking about your spirit. Like the spirit that makes you who you are, the soul, right? Our connection with God. So forgiveness is freedom, not just for you, for both sides. Because now you don't owe me anything. You don't owe me nothing. I owe you nothing because I forgive you. Yeah, and if we both forgive each other, it's for both sides. Because at the same time, why are you forgiving me? Why? Why? After that person wants to grow and heal, they finally start to realize that you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve what I did to you. Why did you forgive me? But see, the lesson here is when we withhold forgiveness, we become the jailer. and jailed. Bitterness and resentment is a prison. It keeps us trapped. It's a poison that we take. Bitterness isn't power. Resentment isn't power. We feel strong. We want to make them pay. We want to have judgment. We want to make it right. It's a prison that we're both trapped in. Husbands, wives, friends, family, enemies. You may feel justified in your pain, but grace calls you to the love of your wound. Scars end up turning into stronger skin tissue. Right? That's what scars are. They're stronger skin tissue from a wound. You can't walk in chains and still call yourself free. How can we be free if we're still bitter and resentful and have a hard heart towards people? I mean, yes, it's a walk. There's a timing thing. We have to grow. We have to learn. There's no condemnation in Christ. There is no shame. There is no fear. You're a grace giver by design because you were designed by the grace giver. Your new identity is shaped by the mercy you have received. So let's make sure we're understanding what this means to have a new identity, to be reborn of water and spirit. What does this look like? Because people can sit here and argue and debate all day long, the legalistic, the spiritually, the rituals, the Pharisee, Sadducee mindset of I have to understand, I have to know, I have to debate this, I have to be right, I have to be right, I need to know. Because my belief says I'm right, or does your belief say God is right and every man is a liar? Because I'm telling you, that's what I believe. I believe that the new identity is shaped by mercy and grace because we're freely given from something who made us. And you have to ask yourself this question. You have to ask yourself this. What do you want to be? Do you want to be a debt collector, or do you want to be a debt-canceled ambassador for Christ? To be and show someone what it is to cancel a debt and to say you are forgiven. What is easier? What is easier to say you are forgiven? Get up and walk. What is easier to do? And you realize when he's saying that, it's easier to tell someone to get up and walk than it is to say you are forgiven. I forgive you. Forgiveness is your birthright and your kingdom call. Because it's a part of who you are, a part of the value you have and your worth, a part of your identity to be an heir and a co-ruler with Christ. So let's activate this. Let's make the decision to transform and to persevere and endure through this, to activate and have an insight, revelation of a transformation that's needed. As we grow, as we change, as we mature and become obedient and from love, we've been forgiven forever. So why live like we're still in bondage? Why choose to put on our chains every day? Why choose to wake up and continue to shackle ourselves as we get out of bed? Why choose to go to sleep and put on our shackles? Grace is more than a concept, more than a fragile word that we throw around. It's a core belief because all beliefs are foundational and everything builds upon that one foundational belief. It's like a cell, like a cancer cell, right? And it just grows and grows and grows until it's now malignant, or bad. I think, malignant, because I think benign is the bad one. So anyway, that's me. But that's the point. It's something that is grown upon and grown upon and grown upon and grown upon and grown upon because nothing was done about the root. We have to get the root out and go down to the very core. And sometimes going to your core is going hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to feel well. It might suck. It might require suffering. It might require you to come to the very ends of your own knowledge, understanding, and logic, because you can't lean on your own understanding. You must trust in the Lord in all your ways. Lean not on your own understanding, so the Lord can set your path straight. Cancel and remove the broken and fallowed ground so that He can restore the soil that is needed. So He can plant the seeds that will produce the fruit. You have to realize that we are not here to keep score. You are here to extend freedom. Because where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And we must make sure that we are better ambassadors and better examples of being with the Spirit of the Lord and having intimacy and drawing close to Him, so that we can not only be freedom and be free, but extend freedom. You're a vessel for and of grace. Not choose. Please do choose to be a vault of vengeance, stuck in a prison of bitterness and resentment. The King has canceled your debt. Now He's asking you to do the same. Don't just receive grace, become it. That's the kingdom way. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. You're forgiven forever. Don't live like you're still in chains, day in and day out. You weren't forgiven to stay bitter. You were forgiven to become free. Grace is your identity. Stop acting like a debt collector. And with that, guys, all of this is in love. So let's continue to be loving. And until next time, this is Crown and Compass signing off. I love you guys.